Now I'll tell you about brushes for oil painting. They happen to be categorized by their softness.
I'll show you the difference between the hardest bristle brushes and the softest synthetic ones. The remaining brushes fall between bristle and synthetic.
Let's start with the synthetic.
With a synthetic brush you can lay the paint in quite a thin layer, without texture.
That is, we have a thin and smooth layer. If you need to paint a smooth surface and to place the paint smoothly, you can use a synthetic brush. Unlike the synthetic brush, a bristle brush picks up a lot of paint and allows you to apply it densely. However, with a bristle brush we can also lay paint rather transparently in a thin layer. Using this you can vary the thickness of a paint layer on the canvas. It can be dense or thin. In addition to that, a bristle brush leaves furrows because the bristle is hard. The stroke happens to be very characteristic. It looks exactly like an oil painting. Furthermore, using the hardness of a bristle brush, you can make ragged strokes. With this, you can paint grass blades.
Or, for example, leaves on trees.
There are also fan brushes, and they also differ by their degree of hardness.
I don't recommend you use a synthetic fan brush because it will wear out very fast.
It's better to use a Kalinsky fan brush instead. It's also quite soft and it fits for the goals I'll tell you about further. With it you can smooth texture. If you have a too strongly textured area in your painting, you can take a fan brush
and with mere touches without blurring or smearing the paint over the canvas, you can easily smooth the texture.
There are also bristle fan brushes. You can use them, for example, to paint grass. For example, I use them to paint grass. And I have in my personal set a new fan brush and an old, worn-out fan brush. The thing is, they leave different strokes. This is a new fan brush, a bristle brush. This is an old one. You see, it leaves fewer grass blades. As a matter of fact, it's useful to have with you a mixture of some new and some old, worn-out bold brushes, because sometimes they are really handy for painting some details like grass blades or branches. They can make a very interesting trail. Write in the comments which brushes you love most and why. Subscribe to my channel to avoid missing out on new videos. Tell me in the comments what materials you would like to learn more about. Open new lessons right now by clicking on the buttons. Or visit my site to see the entire list of lessons and my pictures. If you want me to shoot more videos, become my patron on patreon.com.